Hey, welcome to Bikes, Boats, and Bivouacs. We have another project. As many of you know, I used to operate a boat for Alvernia University, but I'm retiring, so someone will take that over. So I needed to pick up a boat. I found an almost identical boat to fill that void. So here you see we got the same screaming 20 horse motor, and it is the SunTracker Bass Buggy 18 DLX. So this is the same boat that the college operates. This is a 2019. You can see it's a little dirty. The person that I bought it from, her husband passed away, so she was looking to sell it, and it was exactly what I needed. So you can see it's a little dirty, needs to be cleaned up. We'll give it a power wash and make sure everything works, operates properly. But this will be the new project. Of course, the paint kind of matches the truck, so we got another project to work on. All right, so we're gonna start on our project. The first thing we gotta do is clean this thing up with a power wash. And even the cover needs to be power washed because this boat sat for quite a while. This is a 2019 SunTracker Bass Buggy 18 DLX with a 20 horse Merc on the back. And that boat is nearly identical to this boat, but I'm retiring and the university owns this boat. I just managed it for them. So this is going to a new caretakers at the university, so I needed a boat to fill the side of the garage. So I bought almost the exact same boat. It's just 2 years older. So we're gonna clean this one up and see how she looks. It's a messy job, but it's starting to clean up pretty nice. I am going to have, I'm going to replace those boards on the bottom, and I'm going to paint the pontoons to prevent them from corroding. But she's cleaning up pretty nice. So I got to get that cover off. I think it'll be easier to clean that cover on the ground, and then I can get to the inside of the boat, which is just as dirty as the outside, if not more. I'll bring you back in a minute. I took the cover off and you can see how dirty this cover is, so we're going to power wash that. And you can see the cushions are in good shape. This is a 2019, and the woman that I bought the boat from, her husband had bought it, and then shortly thereafter he ended up with cancer, so they didn't get to use it much, so it's been sitting. So you can see the cushions are in good shape, but it's dirty, needs to be power washed. So we'll clean it up and we'll see what it looks like when it's done. All right, I finished cleaning up the cover, the boat cover. It was a mess, but it doesn't look bad. So you can see it cleaned up pretty nice. Now I'll hit it one more time once it dries in another day or so. But that's done. So now it's on to the boat. We're gonna start in the back and work our way forward. So here goes nothing. cleaned her up. Doesn't look too bad for our first shot at it. And we'll see what the inside looks like. Now there's still some leaves and stuff laying on the ground because of the pressure washer, but it cleaned up okay. It needs another wash, but you can see the cushions are in good shape. So next we'll see if the motor starts, and then we're ready to. All right, so we took the boat down to the shop to have it gone over because it's been sitting for a couple years. We needed some work done on the motor and the trailer. So they serviced the entire motor. So that means they ended up putting a new impeller in, new oil filter, new gaskets, some stabilizer in the fuel. And then on the trailer, these bunkers were all rotted out on the outside. So while I had it down there, I had them replace the bunkers on both sides. And you can see brand new bunkers on there. So next up, you got to load everything into it. You know, the dock lines and all that stuff, and life jackets. And then we'll go do some speed tests with it, see how she does. But I still want to paint these pontoons. So I've been trying to figure that out, and I think I figured out how we can do that. We can jack up with a hydraulic jack one side at a time, paint it, let it dry, drop it down, and then do the other side. So that's going to be the plan. And I think we'll jack it up from under here from the structure rather than on the pontoon. So that's how we're going to do it. Don't know when I'm going to get to that, but definitely before the end of the year we're going to do that. It's basically going to be running in fresh water, and it's not going to be sitting in there overnight. So should be okay without it. It's just something that I want done because occasionally, you know, I'll go down to the northern Chesapeake Bay and fish down there. So I want to make sure that's right. All right, let's load up the boat, see what we do. I did notice that this protective rubber wire is starting to rot. The wires inside are good. I'm going to tape that up with some electrical tape just to get a little more life out of that. It turned out pretty good. We got that wrapped. I'll at least be able to get the rest of the season out of that. On to the next project. We are ready to do the testing of the 2019 Bass Buggy that I picked up this year. Finally had all the work finished that I needed to get done to put it in the water. I had to have new bunkers put on the trailer, so that had to be done, and I needed some work done on the control system, so I got that done. Loaded her up with non-ethanol gas, and now with that screaming 20 horse, we'll go do some speed testing. And by speed testing, I mean just checking the speed of the boat at different throttles. Now, many of you remember the 2021 Bass Buggy that the university owned that I managed. I think I got 12 miles an hour wide open with that 20 horse, and it's basically the same boat. So we'll see if we can match that performance out on the water, but she's ready to be water tested. I'll bring it back when we get there.
Started.
Testing it for the first time. You see she's peeing water. We're ready to give it a test. All right, so we're gonna see how fast this motor will push an 18-foot DLX Bass Buggy. Remember, it's a 2019 20 horsepower Mercury. Right now we're cruising at 5 miles an hour.
That didn't sound right.
Yeah.
Huh?
Wide open, we're going 7 miles an hour. Okay, so when we took the boat out, a couple things we noticed. First, wide open, it was only going 8 miles an hour, and that's because we had the wrong propeller on it. So what are we going to do, Mr. Emmerich?
Put a new one on.
Right, so the old one had a pitch of 8, and the new one, I don't know if you can see that, the old one had a pitch of 8, so we went to a 10 on the pitch, which should give us about 12 miles an hour. And on the smaller motors, this is the Mercury 20 4-stroke. On these smaller motors, you don't have to put the piece in the center. It's already mounted in there. So these are real easy compared to the 50 horse on the other one. So this just slides on, and then we'll put it, the tines slide right on there, and we'll put the nut on there and the cotter pin, and that project's done. And then next up, work on something else. Okay, so here you can see we got the prop back on, we got the nut on there with the washer. We just got to put our cotter pin through there, and that project is done. You see we put the cotter pin in, so that 10 pitch prop is ready. Next up, Mr. Emmerich, we got to work on the gas line, huh? Let's do it. It's up here. So, because the engine was cutting out, the gray hose has an inner lining that breaks down, and this boat sat for a couple years. So that those pieces are breaking off and getting caught. So we got to replace this piece. So I'm going to take it off here and replace everything from here back.
I can't see.
And I'm going to use this black line, which doesn't have an inner liner, so it won't break down. Okay, so here's our line. I sawed that off of there, so I got to clean that up a little bit.
Oh, Poppy.
And that's what we're going to attach it
on
to.
one step and I can barely see.
Where's my helper here, Mr. Emmerich? He's on a ladder because he's not quite tall enough to see over the edge. So that's where we're going to attach everything, so we're going to build it. We got our new bulb, we got our fitting, and we got the 3/4 inch hose, and we got the hose. So we're going to put this together and show you what it looks like. So here it is. We got it on here, and you see we got that in place. The arrow is going the right way towards the motor, and then we put that piece on there. So Mr. Emmerich, it's time to hook it up to the other hose.
Okay, let's go.
We see we got that attached, and now it's time to hook it up to the motor. And we're all hooked up with our new hose line, so we'll test the motor. So we'll test it in the driveway, but we really won't know for sure until we put it in the water and make sure that when it's under load that it can draw enough fuel. So that's the next test. Okay, so now that we have the new line on here, the new bulb, and the new 10 pitch propeller, it's time to take it over to the lake and see if we fix the problem, and we'll see how she performs with this 20 horse motor with a 10 pitch prop on it, 3-bladed prop. We want to make sure everything's running right before we take anybody out on the boat. So that's why we got to do this test. Start her right up, and she's peeing water, so we'll give it a test. What do you think, Marie?
I'm glad we're on the water.
Do another test.
We're on the water.
See if it's ready for passengers.
Okay, check it out.
The lake is very quiet right now. So we tested that motor, and what did we find out, Marie?
It must be the engine filter.
That the fuel filter on the motor is the only other place that that blockage could still exist. So that's the next step in getting this boat to run on the water. So let's pull it out and get the next project done. All right, so we are testing the boat one final time. We put it in the, we took it back to the dealer. Wasn't sure if it was that filter. Turned out it was spark plugs. They put new spark plugs in, so we're gonna test it and see how she's running. First mate today is Miss Beth, the sister-in-law. She's out here on a cloudy day on Blue Marsh. So notice the motor's peeing water. She's warmed up. Time to put her on the lake.
We're taking off. Looks like it's running, so we're floating a bit.
a few other boats out here.
Mostly people fishing.
Fishermen. There's a couple just enjoying the scenery here.
And now we're doing 1 mile an hour. We want to test this prop also. Remember, I put a 10-pitch prop on there. We want to see what our speed is. So that's an important test we got to do. Unfortunately, that was available. Come out and be a little nautical today. So I just have my GPS on here, and you can see right now we're doing 4 miles an hour. I'm going to crank her up and see how she does. See, we're at 10 miles an hour. So that pitch change gave us a couple more miles an hour. I'll adjust the tilt on the motor and we'll see if we can get any more speed out of that. Little jet skiers going by. What do you think, Beth? Just thumbs up. Like 10 miles an hour is it for this one with a 20 horse on it. That's fine with me. With my back injuries and my other health issues, I can't take the pounding anyway, and a pontoon boat gives me a stable platform so I don't fall, lose balance, and if I had to, I could lay down on the couch to rest all the issues. So I think this one's going to work out. We're going to deem this test successful, and this boat is now ready to be used. Okay, so look, if this video helped you, consider subscribing to the channel. It's free, it helps me out a lot. Also, ring that bell, you'll be notified every time I put up a new video, and give the video a thumbs up. That helps it be seen by a wider audience. But more important than all that,
go have some fun out there.
hey, thanks for watching.